or is mainly to do with status, because we see our value by what status we hold in the world and how we are related to others. But what Jesus tries to do is turn these relationships, these worldly relationships, upside down by saying those who are last shall be first, the last shall be first, the first shall be last. So the people that we thought were closest to God, the people that we thought were preferred in God's eyes, are actually the ones who are lower on the strata. So it's a complete reversal. Why? Because children and widows and women back then, they had no rights, they had no way of protecting themselves. So this created more of a dependence upon God, more of a childlike dependence. If you ask a child, well, what do you want to do when you grow up? There's rarely ever any hesitation. It's always very simple. I want to be a helicopter pilot. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a basketball player, soccer star. And then they change it a month later. But in that month, they're very firm and they will not waver from that. And it's only when we move on in life that these dreams that we have begin to become crushed in a sense. And we realize, okay, these dreams I had as a child are probably not realistic. But then that attitude seeps over into other aspects of our life, including our relationship with God, where we can become jaded and cynical, and where, and it's happened to me, where I doubt that God can work a miracle in this situation because of my past experience. We celebrate First Saturdays, we recognize Mary, our devotion to her. And we know that Mary was likely 14 when she experienced Angel Gabriel's call. And, Mary was from a peasant family, not a rabbi family, not a religious, from a peasant family. And she was young enough to be considered practically a child. I wonder if Mary was older, if she would have had that same childlike trust. And we can sit here and wonder all day, what if, but the fact of the matter is, as we get older, we're more susceptible to that temptation that can plague every man and woman. That common quote, most men live quiet lives of desperation. It's the truth. The older that we get, the more jaded and cynical we are tempted to become, and less childlike. And in a sense, as a consequence, more childish. Because rather than trust in God, we tend to then cling to the things of the world, relationships with people and things, and our status. We rely on that, and that is a very childish thing, a very childish way of portraying ourselves to the world. But this is commonplace at this point. So, the Lord's calling us to be more childlike and less childish, to trust in Him, and to not put all of our personal esteem or self-esteem, to not associate that simply with our status in this world, but hopefully to see that the kingdom of God is a reversal